Welcome back. Despite another Liberal mandate, millions of Canadians still voted for change. And if you're one of those, you may be wondering, where do we go from here and what a stronger, more effective Conservative movement looks like? So let's get into that. Michelle, what does a successful rebuild look like for the Conservative movement, not just for the party, but for the culture of conservatism in Canada?
I think the first thing, Jonathan, is don't give up. I think taking a loss is hard, right? And we always want to eat each other after. Like I always use hockey analogies, right? It's like, oh, you guys made it to game seven and then you lost and you choked. Okay, we're canceling every. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. And I don't know that will be effective because what we did do is we did make it to game seven and we rebuilt a party and had gains that has really never happened. Like I said earlier in the show, like the young people, that is unheard of. The tradespeople, that is unheard of. The people, the police associations, the amount of people that publicly endorse the Conservatives, and I can speak to this from a personal perspective in my riding, businesses who took that risk, like nobody puts a sign on their lawn during a business during an election,
Right.
and they did. They did because they believed in what we were doing. They believed in the messaging. They believed in a different path for Canada. And so we have to build on that. And I think don't give up. Don't throw anybody under the bus. Keep strong, keep disciplined, keep using your voice. I think it takes take a couple days to grieve, be disappointed, be mad, feel all the feelings. I get it. Get up, get up, let's go. And if we don't, it sounds super cheesy, but the resistance, and I think in movies all the time, right? Like there's way less Jedi's, but you gotta get out there and you can't lay down. And I think that's going to be very, very critical for us as we move forward and look at a long game to unite and inspire and motivate. Those are the two things, right? To motivate somebody to get up and to use their voice for change is going to be great. And I think you guys are going to be a critical piece of that because when people have the information, Jonathan, when they understand what's happening, they then become the kind of soldiers on the ground when they're having turkey dinner with families. When they're out, they have those facts, they have that power, that knowledge, and consequently the power to change hearts and minds.
Right. Yeah, I know. I feel very similarly, but there is sort of part of me that thinks we may have become a one-party state. I do think about,
Mm,
I think about the control they have over censorship. I think about the control and how it's going to get worse. How the control they have over the mainstream media, and also with mass immigration. And when you kind of put those things together, you say, well, that's a pretty potent weapon to win elections. I mean, it's. I
it's
don't
a
think it's over yet, but it does feel a little scary for me, if I'm being honest.
so yes, you're 100% right. But all the more reason, listen, anything mentionable is manageable. The
Right.
fact that they want to shut us up is, in fact, the solution to the problem. Do not shut up. I even had this with my own Liberal candidate. She said, "Stop talking so much." Like that was her rebuttal to me. And it's like, no, I'm not going to stop talking. I'm not going to stop doing that. And you, Jonathan, like many people, have this amazing platform to reach all of these people. And yes, the truth is scary for a lot of people. You and I had this conversation off camera about this. It's a very scary reality. And if you get too consumed with that being afraid that, oh my gosh, we're just in doomsday and we're gonna spiral and we're all this is it, there's no point.
Hmm.
That that's not good either. Like you have to keep fighting and you have to keep standing up and you have to keep showing up and you have to keep talking. And I know it can be frustrating. I know it can be exhausting, but it moves this needle. I've seen it. It's slow, but when you do nothing, this is what I say to my kids all the time. Do you know what happens when you do nothing? Nothing.
You get what you
Do
got.
you know what
Yeah.
happens? Do you know what happens when you do something? Something.
Yeah. No, I
And
think that's a good
I
sentiment.
and I think I get that people are afraid. I get that people are losing hope more and more and more. But I also just don't believe that you can ever just say, "Well, I just give up." That doesn't resonate with me. And I
Mm.
think you just finished telling me you have 24 million people you are reaching in a month.
Yeah.
In a month. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
In 1 month? Like, that's Jonathan, no pressure, but it's but that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. When we say we've gotta fight the machine, the only way to fight the machine is to become the alternate machine,
Okay.
and that's what
Well,
you're doing.
you've heard it here, Canada. Get up, fight, push back. You're the only way that this
Yep,
gets done. Okay. Michelle,
that's
thank you
right.
so much for your time today. I appreciate it. And we will see
Thanks,
everybody next
Jonathan.
time. If we stay focused, speak with clarity and conviction, we'll be ready when the next moment comes, and it will come.